Hello again everyone, we are now here on episode 14 of the NoTractorChallenge. Oh yes, and we're just doing a little bit of sort of last minute restocking before we turn in for the night. We got all the silage that we could over to the BGA, and you might be wondering why our money is sitting on 65,000 and hasn't gone up higher. Well, that is because the BGA had an update, and we haven't actually implemented, we've done the update, but we haven't implemented part of that update, and it'll make sense once we get there. Basically what's happened to it is, rather than being an automatic selling sort of regular BGA, it actually now stores electricity and methane gas. So what we can actually do with it is, let's pull up here, find the trigger. I think it's at the door. Here we go. Oh crikey, oh it's out of space, and it's stopped. Okay, that's even better. You can see down here on the right we've got 9,991 litres of electricity. I don't quite understand how electricity can be in litres, but yeah. So that's there. What we are going to do is just sell that in the morning. Right now it's set to storing, but I'm curious to see what it will tick over to when we actually sell it. Now what we're doing here is we're just bringing down some extra crop to the production facility down here, because we are almost out of flour and I don't want it to run out during the night. So we're just going to pop this in, and hopefully flour will be automatically going. It's not. Okay, so we are going to kick off that and that, because I don't think we have any of those things. Oh, besides the barley that we just put in. Yeah, there we go. And let's just swing around, and I've got 5,000 litres of each basically. I'd sort of filled the bucket up, and then I was like, instead of coming all the way back again, I might as well just bring 5,000 litres in the trailer as well. So I did that, and as you can see here, we've got 1, 2, 3 pallets of canola oil already, so that's good. And the flour is on its way up again, which is marvellous. And we've got 3 pallets of bread out as well, which is good. And a couple of pallets of mixed salad, which we just moved off to the side there so the rest of this stuff can spawn. And yeah, so productions wise, this one is doing fairly well. We are going to need to restock it with tomatoes and lettuce, and probably what we'll do is in the morning I'll just run a trailer load of whatever we've got over and see how we go with that, because we do need to get that over. We've got to fertilise our fields and mow the grass. Oh, we don't turn in there. Yeah, so we've got pallets to bring over here, grass to mow, fields to fertilise, and all those fun and exciting things. We did have a slight issue with the BGA again, unfortunately. Not the BGA, the silage clamp. It's done its thing again in the corner where it's got like 2,000 litres of crop just like stuck in there of silage, and I'm not sure how to get that out. So we may consider investing in a larger BGA. Silage clamp. I don't know why I keep calling it a BGA. Probably because we were just there. But yeah, we might possibly in the daylight look at maybe switching those 2 out for one single one, or something like that perhaps. I haven't completely decided, like I say, but we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I shall carry on. We're just going to basically get back and sleep through the night now, and pick it up again in September. The honey hasn't produced anything else yet. Well, we've got 1 extra pallet now, so that should be fine overnight. Same with the eggs, I'm hoping. No doubt at some point we'll have to put some more seed into the greenhouse again. We did plonk some water in there earlier as well, in between runs of digesting silage down to the BGA. I am not getting my words at all right, so it's probably time for a nice bit of a sleep. So yes, I shall see you all again in the morning once some things have been done. Alright then, here we are. It is now September in the morning. Early part of September here, and we're just coming around to do a little bit of maintenance on the old lorry before we get started. And this is going to cost us a packet. I know it is, and I'm not looking forward to it. Okay, let's... ooh, 13 grand. But it's kind of in need of a little bit of care and attention. So we are going to stump up that 13 grand. So that is done. We are now fully conditioned again, fully reconditioned, in perfect shape. Although we do need a little bit of fuel in it because this poor thing is a bit dry. So what we are going to do also is start selling the electricity that we have in the biogas plant. So if I pop onto this, oh, and we did transport a bunch of products down to the production chains building, the plaster productions building. We got a bunch of tomatoes and lettuce, and we've still got an absolute ton of lettuce. I'll probably show you that at some point. But yeah, we've got like probably 20 odd pallets of lettuce left out by the greenhouse. So yeah, we're going to sell that come the end of the year, I think, once that comes back up. We took, as you saw, we took the bucket load and trailer of flour, not flour, but wheat and barley down, which processed into flour. And everything is progressing nicely. We will take a bit more canola down at some point, but not just yet. So we are still steadily producing, so we've got the flour in there distributing to itself. So we're steadily producing bread and canola oil, and the other stuff, the mixed salad as well, so that's good. And down here we got the biogas plant, so we are going to set that electricity to selling, and we shall see what happens. Because at some point our money should go up, and I'm thinking it's probably going to be in the next 15 in-game minutes, so probably on the hour it's going to sell. And we're just going to refill on the old petrol. Yep, down to under 1,000 litres now, so at some point we'll have to do a run of that as well. But this is certainly the thirstiest of the beasts, as it were, so we'll stop there with that. And let's see, so what we are going to do first is fertilise this little field next to us, which is sorghum. So yeah, we are going to put the rest, because it's only in its first growth stage right now. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's going to need a little bit. I mean, it's okay, and we're going to get 115% expected yield roughly, depending on the area. But we've got that spreader, and it's early enough we can still chonk a bit on there. So I'm all in favour of getting more crop. So let's reverse into the house, because that's a smart thing to do. Okay. And once we get on the field, our little map should show up. There it is. And we are balancing out the fertiliser. Now, I think part of the thing with that too is where we've got the sort of a generic slurry spreader or digestate spreader, it doesn't have that fancy new precision farming nitrogen detector thing in it, so it just kind of plonks down a set amount of fertilizer or of nitrogen in the digestate. It just plonks it down at a sort of set rate. It doesn't actually adjust it, because that is what it will do now with precision farming. So at some point we are going to look at investing in a slightly better, not exactly more modern, but just slightly better digestate spreader, and possibly get a bigger one, or at least a bigger container on it. And yeah, we just about managed to catch that bit on the edge of the field. That's good. So yeah, we will be looking at doing that in the not too distant future. Probably next time we come around to fertilising, to be honest, or next time we make a bit of cash. And just watching the time there, we are closing in on the top of the hour. So that is very, very good. Okay. And one strip down the middle here. And then one back, and we should be done with this. And the next task for today is going to be straightening out those silage clamps. Now, I have decided what we're going to do is take a chance on another one, on a different one. So we're going to sell the two that we've got, and then purchase a slightly alternative one and put it at a different angle as well. Because the thing is, we're kind of going to be running over crop trying to get into these two the way they are at the moment, and I really don't want to be doing that if we can avoid it. And if I sell the two that we've got and put another one in at sort of 90 degrees right, the entrance rotated, so it's looking at the oat field as it currently stands, then we should be able to set it pretty far back against the or near to the silo, which would be what am I doing? I'm trying to reverse. Oh yeah, I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, it seems. So yeah, let's just go all around the houses with this, back it up in a really terrible manner, and yeah, well, that's done at least. So yeah, the next thing, if I can park this in here, slot it into that gap, lovely. And for now we are just going to park the lorry. I think we'll just park it over here, because we're not going to need it, especially at the moment. Okay, so that is now properly done up. That's lovely. And yes, we're going to get rid of the two of these, and we do need to move these things out of the way. But let's head over here, and you'll see what I mean about the lettuce. It's gone a bit mad. So yeah, we were sort of gently shoving them up there, just to make it easy to pick them up. Next time we might do it from this end and get them. But yeah, these are all going to get sold. So once, I think it's, let's check the price quick. Lettuce, I want to say it's January kind of time for the lettuce. Oh, there it is. January, yeah. And 1976. So yeah, in the next couple of months we'll shove all of these, or at least the majority of these, up the one of the sell points there and get that done. Okay, so now what we need to do is move these things. Okay, well, on this one. Come on, get out of the way. Oh, I'm actually reversing this one, that's hilarious. Okay, well, what we are going to do is pop it over here, just sort of out of the way a little bit, because not quite sure where we are going to stash them after we've done this. Okay, you are going in reverse, so you can go forwards. Okay. God, these things are so slow. Now, I know I could have hooked it up to a, I would say a tractor, but we're not using tractors. So yeah, we'll just struggle along with the 3 miles an hour. There, we would pop that one there. Now, oh yeah, this is growing nicely. This is our oat field. Yep, that is fully fertilised up and looking spiffy. In fact, let's have a quick look at the precision farming thing. Oh, before we do, our money has gone up. You bright sparks probably were paying attention to that and saw it go. But we sold, where is it? Pretty much all the electricity, I would assume, because it's still processing a bit more. We sold 100,000 litres of electricity for 50 grand. You know, I'm not displeased with that. Not displeased with that at all. That's actually quite tasty. So yeah, we'll leave that on selling for now, purely because there's no other reason to turn it off. We don't have any electric vehicles, anything like that. The methane I'll probably let build up for a bit and then sell that all in one big chunk as well. We don't have anything else we can put in there at the moment. But straw, straw makes mostly digestate. Not a lot of electricity there, but we'll get it anyway. So maybe we should look at getting some potatoes or sugar beet to put in here. Because I mean, it's not going to be a lot in terms of what we get out of it, but they're always good crops. So that's something to ponder. But anyway, for now, there we go, to shift that in a bit as well. Before the end of the day, before we cycle through to next month, let's have a look. I should be out of range enough at what we're going to do here. But before we do that, the one thing we should do is save the game, because you know what happens when we do things with that. So yeah, just figured we'd have a look at our environmental scores. And for some reason it's not showing us. Oh, there it is. That's how we get it. So we got 65 and 68. What's wrong with this one? Might be no tillage. I guess it's a tillage bonus. And the pH and everything hasn't leveled out yet until I think that will change at harvest, is from what I recall, is how that works. So yeah, let us now have a look at this, because we are going to want to demolish some stuff. I don't think we can get rid of that tree that's there. No, we cannot. However, we can sell the bunker silo, so we're going to get 7 and a bit from that, and sell that for 400, sell that for 400 again, and sell this one for 7100, and now we've got a bit of space. So, what are we? Why are we in sheds? Oh, get out of demolish. There we go. Interesting, I did not know I had a... Oh yes, the arched shed pack, isn't it? Interesting, it's like a little polytunnel. Huh, that's cool. I hadn't ever looked at them before. But yes, no, what we're going to want is silos. And ironically, it's put it on exactly the one we want. Now it says this should hold up to about 500,000 litres of chaff, which is perfect, because that's been kind of what we've been getting off of these fields. So, I mean, we could technically get 2 of them in here. I'm not sure we're going to need 2 of them specifically. But what I am going to do... Now, this is actually part of the same pack that got the those front plates. The ones that don't... they stop the stuff from coming out the end. That's all part of this same sort of silo package. So yeah, now we're going to plonk this down there. Hopefully it will let us. It has, and it's not done anything too bad with that. Lovely. So if we want to, we can potentially put another one there, but we're not going to do that yet. The reason we're not going to do that yet is because we are going to... Is that straight? Yep. That is straight. I just want to put one of these in at the back for aesthetic reasons, so that it's closed off. It overlaps. Well, yeah, it's supposed to overlap. Okay, there we go. So that is there. Now, that should prevent silage from falling out at the front, because it's that type of... you know, it's got that thing pre-built into it. That's what I'm hoping, at least. Now, landscaping wise, we are going to want to just fix this a little bit. So, could go with dirt, I suppose. A bit dirt around the tree, maybe some forest ground. Pop that there. Yeah. Don't want to spend too much on you know, making it look pretty, but I think we do need to tart it up just a little bit, get rid of the concrete where the concrete doesn't need to be. But we are going to leave it there, and I think what I'll probably do is concrete over this area as well. Because, yeah, just get that all looking the same. Because if we are going to, oops, didn't mean to do that, but such is life. Yeah, if we're going to put another one next to it, then we'll probably just do that anyway, so that's fine. And let's see, animal mud, asphalt. Do we have any other interesting custom textures? Dry grass. Is that? Oh, that's rude. It actually takes away the meadow. How annoying. Oh well. We'll have to plonk some little bits of grass down in there. But yeah, in fact, I think we'll just get rid of that entirely. There we go. I can leave those little tufty bits up there, that's fine. Lovely. Smashing. Good stuff. Okay. Well, that's that done. So now we've got a nice fancy new bunker silo that will hopefully not be a giant pain in the arse. Because you know how this stuff goes, it's never good. I don't think we have any more grass over here, do we? No, it's just that one. Yeah, I'm hoping this one is going to work a tiny bit better than the other one did. Or the other two. Not that there was anything wrong with them exactly, but you know, it kind of got to that stage where we kept having issues with it doing its thing there, and just really don't need that. So yeah, we are. Oops, I need to fix that bit as well. Came out of the mode. I mean, I know I don't need to fix that bit, but you know, it's going to annoy me if I don't. So yeah. Forest ground. Lovely. Bit of dry grass. Bit more forest ground. There we go. And pop a few little tiny splodges of this stuff in and around here, just to keep it looking a little bit wild and free, because you know, sometimes you're gonna have wild and free. A few bushes didn't hurt anyone. There we go. Lovely. That looks a little bit better. These things I think we'll probably just get rid of, because they are looking a little bit confused there. There we go, get rid of that one, and get rid of that one. Well, these ones I guess can stay. Although, I bet if I do this it'll probably knock it off anyway. We'll try not to. Yeah, nuts, I got that one. Yeah, well, we'll leave it like that. That's cool. So yeah, we've spent. Oh, we got a little bit more money coming there from the electricity selling again. Smashing, good stuff. Let's have a look. See if there's any left in it. No, all the electricity is sold. Lovely. So yeah, we've done pretty well out of that. I am not displeased at all. Oh, and of course I stopped this thing, didn't I? Forwards, please. Okay. Well, at least for now we've got this little area here that we can just stash them on this concrete pad, and depending on how much grass we get off of our two grass fields, we may or may not look at getting a second one. I didn't this time, I didn't straight away, because if we can get it all in that one silage clamp, then you know, there's no need to have two, and we can use this. Maybe look at putting in a shed or something, or a some sort of lean-to cover thing, just so we can you know, just cover up some of the tools and stuff that we got here. But we are going to pop that down there. So what else do we have to do today? Not really a lot. I mean, well, we are going to mow the grass. That is what we are going to do. So let me grab the old lorry once again. Now, one of these days we're going to start using the what's it called? We could use, I suppose we could. How much horsepower does that batwing require? Interesting. Mowers. 75 horsepower. But it doesn't have a PTO on the back of it. That's why. That was why we are using this lorry. Because it actually has a PTO on it. You can see it just there. A nice little silver peg in the middle of the sort of trailer hitch area. Lovely stuff. Yeah, it's not often you find lorries with things like that on. So I am quite happy for that. Okay, let's get this out. What we may do possibly is windrow with the other thing. What's it called? The other thing? The Scorpion telehandler. That's what it's called. Okay, and as before, we are going to cut in here. Lower it down and slightly miss part of our field. Not by a lot, just by a little. But I want to get as much of that in as we can. So yeah, we have a nice task of mowing again. And it's not like you haven't seen me do this before. So I won't put you through all the agony of watching that again. But yes, now this is an interesting thing. You may or may not notice this, but I shall zoom in a minute and make it really, really obvious. You see around the mower, there is an interesting little square flashing away there. Now, this is a problem I've had with precision farming that I just noticed the other day, and now I can't unsee it. I don't know what it is, what's causing it, besides the fact that it is precision farming. Because I tried various different testing and trial and error things, and was chatting with your friend and mine, Mr. Polycount Taz. We were trying to figure out what it was, and yeah, it looks like it's caused by precision farming, so far as I can tell anyway. And it's flashing up some sort of mower collision box whenever it generates a swath of straw, or, well, in this case grass, but whenever a mower cuts something and generates a swath behind it, it flashes up that hideous wireframe mesh, and it shouldn't do that, and I don't know why it is, because it doesn't do it unless I've got precision farming loaded, and it's only noticeable with certain mowers. You know, a lot of the mowers, they have more coverings on them, or sides, you know, bits of rubber and plastic that hang down the sides that kind of mask it. But yeah, I mean, if anyone else has noticed this, has tried precision farming and had this same problem, particularly if anyone's on console and has this problem. Hello, it only did it when I was going forwards as well. That's interesting. Let me try that going backwards again. Maybe I just didn't see it. Oh no, it is still doing it going backwards. Okay. But yeah, if anyone on console is experiencing this, that would be very handy to know. Now, I did put a bug report into Giants about this the other day when I noticed it. I haven't heard anything back yet from it, but I would hope it's something that has been reported and will get fixed in some sort of an update in the future, but your guess is as good as mine on that. So yeah, on that bombshell, I'm going to continue driving in a circular motion around this field with occasional bouts of reversing because I missed a spot, and get this stuff all cut, loaded into the new bunker silo, and we'll see how that turns out probably next time, I think. So yeah, if you've enjoyed whatever this was, then please give us a like and hit the old subscribe button there too if you haven't already. And comments are always welcomed, and if you'd like to share this video, that would be massively appreciated. And yeah, so we'll continue on with this. We'll get both grass fields mowed, everything sorted out in the bunker silo, and catch up again next time around. Be no September, October probably is when we'll pick it up again, I would say, because I'm going to need to do a third headland, I think. And yeah, probably October we'll pick it up again. We may have some things to sell, or possibly a bit of harvest to do. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But yes, I shall bid you all adieu. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I'm enjoying doing it. And yeah, we'll hopefully see you next time on the No Tractor Challenge. Cheerio, everyone.